The benefits for me of being in Rotary was the fact that I realized that if I gave back, then I actually received something myself. For instance, the year I was Rotary, and my presidential year of Rotary, my theme was real happiness is helping others. And so what it did for me is that I realized in my own business of why I liked my business, because I'm helping others, realizing their joy and satisfaction in life. So I received that benefit. So what Rotary did for me is make me realize that it doesn't matter how big a house I have or what car I drive or how much money I have. It's like giving a hug. You can't give one without getting one back.
When I first joined the club in the early time, being a member in the club, I was tasked with going out to the 57 at the time Rotary clubs within our district to promote the district conference that was to be held in Belleville as a result of Bill McKay Jr. being our district leader. So I went out to 57 clubs over the course of a month, and I was really able to meet Rotarians from all different walks and see Rotary outside of Belleville, the community, our lunch meetings, and the things that we do here, as well as attending Rotary International Conventions. It really broadened my scope of understanding of the organization. Say, as an example, one of the international conventions that I attended was the 100th celebration of Rotary International in the city of Chicago, where 40,000 Rotarians, so 40,000 like-minded people from all over the world gathered in one place. I say no more what the benefits that I gain from doing something like that. The other thing is the friendships that you build with individuals in all different professions. And the trust that you build with those individuals. So I can say, whether it be in business or in my personal life, those relationships that I have built just through being a member of Rotary, I always have somebody in my pocketbook to pick up the phone and call, regardless of what it is that I need. If it's advice in business, if it's to help a friend who's looking for business or something that needs to be done within the community, there's always somebody that I can reach out to.
To me, initially particularly, it was the community-mindedness of it. And after joining, I appreciated the fellowship, and I appreciated the fact that it was not just a community organization, but an international organization.
I'd say the primary benefit for me, besides helping people, which I enjoy doing, is the family that's our club, and also in our district and worldwide. I've done a lot of different things within our club that have allowed me to meet lots of Rotarians at the district level and at the national level, as well as within our own club. And they really are a network of friends and colleagues. And certainly within our own club, I've got great friendships with members in our club, both in the club doing activities and outside of the club as well.
The benefits I get is being part of an organization, worldwide organization that makes a difference worldwide. An example of that is Rotary's involvement in Polio Plus, eradicating polio throughout the world. And I enjoy being part of that. In fact, I'm honored to be part of it. But I guess just as much, I enjoy my friends in Rotary and the fellowship week by week.
My wife likes to say Rotary's my religion. I didn't grow up in a religious household. I didn't go to church, but Rotary really is my religion and my weekly outlet with friends that I've built up and developed, our congregation, if you will, who are like-minded individuals contributing to our local community as well as our world to make it a better place.
It's being part of an organization which at the local level includes many of the leaders of our community, both professional and industrial leaders. It's an opportunity to learn of life through them. It's a further opportunity to to again give back through Rotary International, which is headquartered in Evanston, Illinois. We have opportunities to make a difference in the world through giving, through supporting the various efforts of Rotary International. And that includes things which you'll hear often from other presidents, like the Polio Plus campaign, and as a result of our involvement and then later partnerships, polio has virtually been eradicated as a children's disease in the world.
One of the biggest ones is you actually get to know people in a lot of different workplace environments and a lot of different vocations that you otherwise wouldn't actually get to meet other than maybe over the counter in their store or in their business or something like that. So I think the variety of vocations that are represented in a Rotary Club makes it fascinating. I got involved with helping to organize the first Interact Club in high schools of high school students and Rotaract at community college. And then another thing I did was I was a group leader of a group study exchange team to Israel. And that really compounded that interest in what's going on in other countries. I remember it was suggested to me that I should become a Mason if I was going to go to Israel. So I did. And I remember one day being at a breakfast meeting in Haifa, just a group of Rotarians getting together. But they were all Masons. But some of them were Muslim, some of them were Jewish, Christians, from half a dozen different faiths and races. And I wouldn't have realized that, and I still would not have realized that if I was just here in Canada. But when you do visit other countries like that, you start to realize the complexity of a lot of things.
Well, I'm long retired now. I retired from a position with Scotiabank out of Toronto 6 years ago now. And I've come back to Belleville, rejoined the club, and I think the biggest thing that I get from being a member is the camaraderie, the satisfaction of anything that I'm involved in and am actively working on.
There are a number of personal benefits, there's business benefits, family benefits. It's a broad spectrum of why the Rotary Club and how the Rotary Club has impacted my life, and in a positive way. Personally meeting new people, getting involved in all the activities, and then seeing the results of the work that we do, and seeing the smiles on some of the kids' faces really makes a big difference.
You get a sense of belonging in a club. You get entertainment. You have a sort of a pattern of going, and I am very involved, so I do a lot of organizing and things, and I like that. I like to be busy, and I like to call people and get things organized, and that's just what I do. So you can do it other places, but Rotary means the most to me because we're helping internationally, we're helping locally.
I get quite a few benefits from joining Rotary. Number one is the ability to contribute to the community, both locally and internationally. And that's, there's lots of options to do that by writing a check or donating your time. But Rotary, I align with the goals of Rotary, so it fits for me. The second thing is just the sense of community, getting to know people. They're like-minded, they want to help out, but just it's a good, fun group of people.
There's engagement with colleagues and friends, people who have now become very good friends. So the whole social aspect, as Rotary calls it, the fellowship, but really it's the camaraderie that comes from getting to know a group of like-minded people and sharing projects and sharing interests with them. I like hands-on involvement, so I have been very active on a number of Rotary's activities over the years. Camp Marywood is one of the ones that I make sure I keep time for every year, where a large group of us go down to the Easter Seals Camp in Rideau Ferry near Smith Falls and spend a weekend getting that camp ready for the children that come, the special needs children that use it through the year, or through the summer at least. And I've been involved in a variety of other activities. Rotary Loves Kids, the Kids for Hunger program, Spelling Bee. From year to year, it may vary what I'm involved in, but I like to be actively involved in some of those projects. And then others, it's more you offer financial or volunteer support to help some of the other projects also happen.
I enjoy working with fellow Rotarians, people from all walks of life put their hands together to make a difference. And just on my earlier point, I feel we're really lucky to be living here. And it's, I can't be happy enjoying the luck of my birth to be in Ontario without helping those who are in desperate situation. I mean, there's billions of people that are living below the poverty line around the world, and every little bit that I can do and my fellow Rotarians can do to assuage that situation and save lives means a great deal to me.
Personally, I gain a lot from my experience and exposure to Rotary, because I had the opportunity to learn about the international side of the organization and contribute to some of the international projects within the club. And there's a lot of satisfaction in when you're working with a team of volunteers towards an end goal and achieving that. And so personal development, personal satisfaction, and then meeting and networking with fellow Bellevillians and Rotarians is a big part of that.
Benefits for me was, as I said earlier, it realigned a true north for me. It acted as a springboard of opportunity to see what the world really was, what the world was really about, and Rotarians being a very uncommon breed in the sense that the sacrifices that they make of service. And I was reaping the benefits of being a part of the world's largest humanitarian organization, and benefits that developed my own sense of purpose, heartbeat, and what service really meant outside of just the four-way test.